Good evening, everybody, and welcome in here on the Buckeye Racing Network. I'm Tyler Bentley. Alongside me in the booth tonight is Tim Henderson. Tim, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. We're live tonight from the Cedar Lake Speedway with the Reigel Promotions Esports 360 Sprint Cars. Race 4 of their season. They are just getting the drivers' meeting wrapped up, and it's coming to the tail end of the practice session, and cars will be rolling for qualifying here shortly. You can kind of see here as practice just wrapped up, Blake Warner was top of the boards with 11:48, and Matt Grimm was second at 11:52. Cars will begin to roll on the speedway. We got 5 minutes of qualifying here. We're going to take a look and see got a couple of them inching their way on the racetrack. I believe Paul Heward may be the first car on the racetrack to take a time. He is. We'll take a look at his qualifying effort. Coming to complete lap number 1. He's going to post. Well, I'm not sure. It didn't post anything, but real quick, Caden Berry just went to the top of the board with a 12.37. We're taking a look at his race car right now as he rounds out a turn 4 and across the stripe once more. 12.36 for him. Cole DeWeese put up a 12.40 on his lap. Taylor Wineland just completed lap 1. That was good for 6th at a 12.61. Now to turn 4 to complete his second lap. Second lap not as good, a 12.73. He's going to be credited with a 12.61. Carson Kirby on the racetrack now, taking his qualifying laps. Just completed lap 1. Cross the line to complete lap 2. He's going to get credited with a 12.93, 17th quick. Picking up Austin Motley in the 9 machine. Lap 1 complete. Good for 18th, a 13.03. Cross the line. Let's see if he picks up on lap 2. He does. Up to 8th quick at a 12.59. Nice pickup for Austin Motley on lap 2. I believe that's going to do it for the cars in the qualifying session. 22 have taken a time, and 1 car was not able to post a valid lap. So 23 machines on the racetrack here tonight. While we have a moment, we want to see who all's out in the chat and who you're pulling for tonight here at Cedar Lake. Let us know who your favorite driver is, who you're rooting for here tonight. Tim, you have your eye on anybody tonight?
I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna put it on Taylor Wineland.
Hey, I like it. I like the pick. I think if I had to choose a driver to watch that I'm going to be watching tonight, I'm going to pick the 2 machine of Cole DeWeese. He had a rough week last week, so maybe this week I'm thinking he's going to have a bounce back week here at Cedar Lake. Just about a minute or so left. We're going to roll right into our starting lineup here in heat number 1. And it's going to line up like this here. On the front row is going to be Brad Lamberson on the inside, Cole DeWeese to his outside. Row 2 is going to be Flyin' Hoffman and Taylor Wineland on the outside. Row 3 on the inside is going to be Joshua Pickle and Georgette Munier on the outside. Row 4 is going to be Austin Hickman on the inside and Jackson Welling on the outside. And as expected, we do have some Caden Berry fans in the chat tonight. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. The cars are waiting here behind the pace truck to start rolling here for heat number 1. We have a little less of a car count tonight here at Cedar Lake. Are we still going to take 4 from this heat, Tim?
We are taking 4 from, I believe it looks like we're going to be set to have 3 heat still, 4 from each. The top 6 will be inverted for the feature, I believe.
Right, good deal. Thanks for the info. Pace truck's peeling off. Field's in the hands of Brad Lamberson. He fires away. Green flag's in the air for heat number 1. And down into turn 1, Lamberson goes with the lead. DeWeese on the outside in second. Third's going to be Taylor Wineland. The battle is on right behind them in fourth. Fred Hoffman, Georgette Munier side by side out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 1. Lamberson trying to set sail on the field, working the inside, but Cole DeWeese dropped it down low there in 3 and 4 and followed him. Same goes for Taylor Wineland there in the 25. Georgette Munier holds on to the transfer spot. The battle is on for 5th. Fred Hoffman and Joshua Pickle side by side. Looks like Joshua Pickle is going to prevail for the moment. Fred's trying to battle back on the outside. Back up front, Brad Lamberson, Cole DeWeese. They're really close together. Cole's going to see if he can make a move here, I think. Three laps to go.
Joshua Pickle closes in right on the back end of Georgette.
He is right there. Absolutely. Already 2 laps to go here in this heat. Joshua's got to try to get around. Coming to the white flag this time. Cole DeWeese all over Brad Lamberson for the lead. He's going to work around the outside of the Speedway and out of turn 2 there, side by side. Out of 3 and 4 and to the line. Cole DeWeese is going to win heat 1 over Brad Lamberson with a photo finish. Taylor Wineland's going to get credited with 3rd. And Georgette Munier holds off Joshua Pickle for that 4th and final transfer. What a finish to heat number 1. Cars already taking the grid here for heat number 2. Row number 1 on the inside is going to be Matt Grimm. To his outside is going to be Gavin Chatham maybe. Row 2 is going to be Austin Motley on the inside and Jennifer Brown on the outside. Row 3 is going to be Brady Beavers on the inside, Dean Reynolds to the outside. Row 4 is going to be Chris Martin on the inside and Robert Puckett on the outside. Eight laps the distance, top 4 transfer directly into tonight's feature. 2 by 2
That
by
out-
2.
That outside line seemed to prevail late in the race. Let's see how well it is as we come to take the green.
Green flag in the air. Matt Grimm out to the early advantage over Gavin Chatham. Austin Motley's going to be in third. Brady Beavers fourth, and the battle is on for fifth as cars side by side and up into the wall. I believe that was Jennifer Brown that got the short end of the stick there and has right front wheel damage. Grimm, Chatham, Motley, Beavers, your top four. The 30 car almost around out of turn number 4. He gathers it back in and continues going. Battle for the lead starting to shape up here between Matt Grimm and Gavin Chatham. Grimm still holds on to the advantage for now. Chatham is searching around the racetrack as we come to 4 to go. One down low, one up high, working through 3 and 4. Now 3 laps to go. Real quick check on the transfer. Brady Beavers has about a second and a half over Chris Martin behind him. Matt Grimm's trying to inch away. Flagman has the white flag in the air one more time around in Heat 2. Yeah, that outside is proven to be pretty... Oh, and Chatham tried to throw the slider through 3 and 4. Grimm's going to take the victory in Heat 2. Chatham's going to be second. Austin Motley third. Brady Beavers credited with fourth. Gavin tried to give it all he could down through 3 and 4 and almost made it work. Cars are taking the grid here for heat number 3. On row number 1, to the inside is going to be Caden Berry, and on the outside is going to be Ty Williams. Row 2 is going to be Blake Warner on the inside, Paul Heward on the outside. Row 3 is going to be Nicholas Skarka on the inside, and Carson Kirby on the outside. And in row 4 is going to be Jake Kirby. Are keeping an eye on the 12 machine. He is your points leader coming into tonight at Cedar Lake. 8 laps the distance, 7 cars for 4 spots to go to the feature in just a bit. Phase truck should peel off this time. Field's going to be in the hands of Caden Berry out of turn 4. Caden Berry accelerates. Green flag in the air to start heat number 3. He's out to the early advantage. Ty Williams and Blake Warner side by side out of 2. Paul Heward to the
wide.
Paul Heward was around the outside of Carson Kirby and Jake Kirby. Nicholas Garca with some issues at the tail end of the field. Caden Berry out to a 1.8 second lead. Ty Williams, Paul Heward, Jake Kirby, Carson Kirby. Throw those guys under a blanket. Carson is holding on to that 4th spot, but Jake is right underneath of him there, trying to take it away. This is the battle going on. Caden Berry has stretched out to a 2 1/4 second lead over everybody else. He's in his own zip code currently. Ty Williams is in second, running alone, about a second back to this battle for the transfer. Carson Kirby still in fourth. Jake Kirby right behind him. Blake Warner is also right there. Working out of turn number 4, coming to the white flag, Caden Berry. Out to a 2.6 second lead. Out of turn 4 to the checkered flag, Caden Berry wins heat number 3. Ty Williams second. Paul Heward third. Fourth, Carson Kirby. Jake Kirby fifth. Blake Warner in sixth. Nicholas Garca seventh. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here. I believe this is going to be the B main, correct, Tim?
That is correct. We will be taking 8 from this field.
All right, the top 8 will go to the feature. That means 3 cars are going to go home. On the front row on the inside, Joshua Pickle. On the outside, Chris Martin. Row 2 on the inside, Jake Kirby and Fred Hoffman on the outside. Row 3 is going to be Dean Reynolds and Blake Warner. Row 4, Austin Hickman and Robert Puckett. Row 5, Nicholas Garca and Jackson Welling. Row 6 is going to be Jennifer Brown. Ten laps the distance here in this B main. We are going to have to keep an eye back here in the area of Robert Puckett. He is the 8th car right now. Nicholas Garca, Jennifer Brown is right there behind him. Jackson Welling did not make the call in the B main. Green flag is in the air to start of the B main. Joshua Pickle out to the early advantage over Chris Martin and Jake Kirby, who is side by side out of turn number 2. Take a look back here around our 8th position. Nicholas Garca still holds it. Robert Puckett and Jennifer Brown right on his tail tank. 3 wide, almost right in front of him between Fred Hoffman, Austin Hickman, Nicholas Garca. They settle it out, maybe not. 3 wide again. Jennifer Brown has now moved into a transfer spot. Robert Puckett has, I think, moved his way out. Oh, big trouble there for him out of turn number 2.
Uh-oh. There's contact. They're stuck up ahead of Garca.
Yeah, I believe that happened with maybe Austin Hickman. Oh, more beating and banging off on one another. And Blake Warner goes around. He does gather it back in. Both cars struggling here. Take a quick check back up front with Joshua Pickle. He is stretched out almost a second and a half. Out of turn 2 and into turn number 3. Jake Kirby is second. Fred Hoffman finds himself in third. Chris Martin is fourth. Jennifer Brown now fifth. Austin Hickman in sixth. Dean Reynolds seventh. Nicholas Garca in eighth. And he has got 5 seconds over Blake Warner, so Blake Warner still struggling. He's down on the inside of the racetrack. Already coming to 2 laps to go here in this B main. Joshua Pickle well out front. Jake Kirby in second, Fred Hoffman third.
Just about 3 wide with Austin Hickman in the middle.
White flag in the air for your race leader. Out of turn 4 and to the line. Joshua Pickle, your winner in the B main. Jake Kirby second. Fred Hoffman third. Austin Hickman fourth. Jennifer Brown fifth. Chris Martin in sixth. Dean Reynolds seventh. Nicholas Garca eighth. Those cars are going to be a part of the A main after the 5-minute warm-up session. These guys are going to come out here, get warmed up for the feature coming up. You see him entering the racetrack now. Let's go on board here. What do you say with Caden Berry as he takes us around the Cedar Lake Speedway in his number 12 machine? He is already at the top of the speed chart here in this warm-up at a 12.97. Second on the speed chart is your B-main winner, Joshua Pickle, at a 13.04. Brad Lamberson third at a 13.05. Uh-oh, Cole DeWeese at Lamberson, an issue there, entering the racetrack. Matt Grimm at a 13.27. Taylor Wineland currently fifth on the timing chart. Gavin Chatham, sixth. That 99 machine. There's Dean Reynolds. Carson Kirby. Austin Motley, Paul Heward. Austin Hickman, 12th on the timing chart. Ty Williams, Cole DeWeese also out on the racetrack. And I believe that's going to wrap up our warm-up. We're going to roll right into our 30-lap feature. We'll take a look at the starting lineup here tonight at Cedar Lake. Row number 1 looks like this. Ty Williams and Gavin Chatham. Row 2 is going to be Brad Lamberson and Caden Berry. Row 3, Matt Grimm and Cole DeWeese. Row number 4, Taylor Wineland, Austin Motley. Row 5, Paul Heward, Georgette Munier. Row 6, Brady Beavers and Carson Kirby. Row 7, Joshua Pickle and Jake Kirby. Row 8, Fred Hoffman and Austin Hickman. Row 9, Jennifer Brown and Chris Martin. Row 10, Dean Reynolds and Nicholas Skarka. Those are your 20 starters here tonight. Top 6 was inverted. Remember that here to start this feature. If you're watching along here on the Buckeye Racing Network, let us know who you're pulling for, who you think's got tonight in the bag. The field's 2 by 2 by 2. Ready to get underway for 30 laps. Pace truck is off. Green flag is in the air. Ty Williams out to the early race lead. Brad Lamberson working the inside, followed by, I believe that's Matt Grimm in the 22. Gavin Chatham and Caden Berry is side by side, followed by Cole DeWeese there in 6th. Taylor Wineland in 7th, and there's a bit of a gap to the rest of the field. We're still going to keep an eye up front. Lamberson on the outside, right around Matt Grimm there. Caden Berry being challenged by Ty Williams. Berry all the way on the inside part of the racetrack. You see the varying lines. Some cars are way down low. Some cars are way up high. Lamberson and Ty Williams are running way high, making up a little bit of ground. Lamberson and Berry side by side for second. Ty Williams finds himself fourth. Cole DeWeese, excuse me, in now sixth as Gavin Chatham works his way around his outside. Taylor Wineland in seventh. Joshua Pickle there in eighth. Remember, he was one of our B main transfers, so he's trying to move his way up.
Hayden slices his way through to second.
Now to the race lead out of turn number 4 and into turn 1. We have a lap traffic already coming into play here, as that's the 31 machine of Paul Heward the leaders are going to have to work around. Looks like Barry and Grimm is going to go around the outside of Paul Heward. Ty Williams is going to try to follow suit.
It's going to be real interesting in a couple laps.
One car got turned around sideways. That was Gavin Chatham. Comes to a stop on the inside of the entry to turn number 3. That's going to bring the first caution out of the night. Let's go back and take a look. I just saw it at the back of the camera of the TV feed there. We'll take a look and see exactly what happened to the 99. See the coming out of turn 4. Gavin gets into and squeezes up into Taylor Wineland that was already there on the outside. Taylor had nowhere to go. And those two cars get together and the 99 machine spins down to the inside part of the racetrack. See a couple cars went into the pit lane to maybe repair some damage. They are heading back out here to rejoin the field. Already 10 laps down here in the feature. Top 5 running order: Caden Berry, Matt Grimm, Ty Williams, Cole DeWeese, Brad Lamberson. Joshua Pickle finds himself moved up into 6th. Oh, these drivers are probably getting antsy and ready to get back underway. We had a nice solid 10-lap run to start this race. When you're pacing, Tim, does it ever feel like it's drawn out?
Yeah, it certainly feels like it takes forever. I was, while you were there with me, Bristol, we had a race at Bristol in the Cup car. And it felt like it took forever for these pace laps to end.
Yeah, they sure did feel like that. Now the lights go out on the pace truck. Gonna go back to green flag racing this time. Tim, why don't you do the honors to get us back underway?
Caden Berry elects the inside, so we'll see how great of a jump he can get as he's away. Green flag. I believe that's Matt Grimm around the outside. Still battling with, I believe that's Ty Williams. Cuts underneath them, Matt Grimm does. Slides right back into second as we have Cole DeWeese all the way around the outside. And we have a yellow.
I believe a couple cars are part of that one, Tim. Thinking of it, it's going to be Carson Kirby and Jennifer Brown. Taking a look at the replay here. There's the Ford machine of Carson Kirby. He gets a little bit of help from Austin Motley and gets turned around, and Jennifer Brown has nowhere to go. I believe the 99 machine of Gavin Chatham also gets caught up in that. And those two cars are almost locked together there for a second, so that brought the yellow flag out. One thing's for sure, I think Caden Barry has a full-time fan club that follows him around to his races, so he has a great support system each and every night he races.
Yeah, you might as well just give him the most popular driver award if there's one in this series.
Absolutely, I think he would have to be awarded that. Field working their way around under these pace laps. Lights out on the pace truck. Means back to green flag racing this time. Caden Barry, Ty Williams side by side. That's row number 1. Both cars fire off. Green flag back in the air. Ty Williams looked like he was trying to chop off Matt Grimm getting down into turn 1. There, Matt's now in 4th. Cole DeWeese around the outside, trying to make up a bunch of ground into the wall just a little bit as well.
Hard contact.
Big run going to be out of turn 4 this time for Cole DeWeese.
Oh, man.
What a battle for second. Matt Grimm going to slide up in front of Ty Williams. Ty Williams crossing him back over at the start-finish line. Meanwhile, Caden Barry is out to a 1.4 second lead over this battle for second.
Oh, stack up. 3 wide going into 3 and 4. We got contact. I believe that's Wineland up on the high side.
Yeah,
they keep it going.
Yeah, we had a couple of cars into the outside wall and stacking them up, but everybody's still going just fine. Look at Gavin Chatham, part of the past couple of cautions. He's back up into 8th, working the inside part of the racetrack. Cole DeWeese, Matt Grimm side by side for second. Grimm slides in front of him. Cole DeWeese going to turn it back underneath of him into turn number 1.
4 wide for
Cole DeWeese sideways, almost spins out, and that's going to bring the yellow flag out, I believe. That car came to a stop in the middle of 1 and 2. I think he hit some of those tires on the inside part of the racetrack. We'll go back and take a look. Keep an eye on that number 2 machine. Yeah, as they get down into turn 1 and 2, he just clips those tires along the inside, and it upsets that race car and turns him completely sideways. And he has to come to a stop, and that did bring our yellow flag out. Now we're getting down into the nitty gritty here. Gonna have 11 or so laps to go in this race once we get back underway. Lights are already out on the pace truck, so this was a quick yellow. The car's trying to get lined up 2 by 2 here. Caden Berry fires off. Green flag back in the air, and Joshua Pickle now already moves into second place. He snookers around Matt Grimm on the inside, coming to the green flag. He's now in second. That's your B main winner, by the way. Grimm, Williams, and Lamberson, your top 5, as they fan out 3 wide through 1 and 2. 9 more laps remaining here at Cedar Lake. Uh-oh, one car into the outside wall. Matt Grimm struggling through 1 and 2. Cars up over the concrete barrier.
More wrecking. Oh.
That was Fred Hoffman was part of that. Gavin Chatham was part of that as well. We'll go back and try to take a look at both accidents if we can. First, we're going to go back and take a look at the cause of the yellow. That would be Matt Grimm in that 22 machine. Oh, he got help from the 01 of Ty Williams getting into turn 1, and it broke the right front on the car. He lost steering, gets into the outside retaining wall, and the car just kind of stuck like glue, and the right front pops over it. That was the initial cause of the yellow. And then we had some stuff going on after the yellow had flew. Let's take a look at the 99 machine of Gavin Chatham. He's all the way on the bottom here out of turn 2. Oh, the 26 just goes sideways, collects Gavin, and Fred Hoffman had nowhere to go and made contact with that 99 car. Unfortunate there. About ready to go green this time, I believe. Single file. Nope, lights are still on the pace truck, but we're going to have a single file restart since we are within 10 laps of the finish.
Taylor Wineland has moved forward a little bit, having himself a quiet day so far in this race.
Absolutely, running right nicely inside of the top 5. Caden Berry back on the throttle. Green flag back in the air. Joshua Pickle, Brad Lamberson both trying to hunt him down here in the closing laps. Joshua Pickle inches a little bit closer there through 3 and 4. He's committed to running the outside. Berry able to pull away through 1 and 2 on the inside. Meanwhile, there's a side-by-side battle. Dean Reynolds, Brady Beavers. That's for your 5th place position on the racetrack. Cole DeWeese trying to work his way around the outside and make up ground after having to go to the back after his spin. Wow. Cole DeWeese making moves on the outside. Caden Berry out to 9/10 of a second over second place Joshua Pickle. Coming to 4 laps to go for Caden. And we do have some lap traffic right in front of the leader.
Oh, 1 over.
Just catching the tail end of that one, Tim. We're going to have to go back and take a look at it. But 2 cars, I think, got up and over.
Yeah, Ty Williams got 1 over. I believe he was the first one, and then, no, that wasn't. It was Ty Williams, but...
Ty Williams and Carson Kirby got together out of turn 2.
Kirby went for a nice little ride.
Ty Williams got turned around backwards. Cars fanning out trying to make their way around. Fred Hoffman nowhere to go. Blasts into the 4 machine, getting him up and over. Almost 2 times for that number 4 machine. Wow. What an accident towards the back of the field in the closing laps. Does Joshua Pickle have anything for Caden Berry here in the closing laps? We've seen Caden kind of running the inside and letting that car slide up through the corner, and that seemed to work out. We'll see if he uses that same line here on the restart. Caden Berry back on the gas. Green flag back in the air. 3 laps left here tonight at Cedar Lake. Joshua Pickle decided to follow him down low through 1 and 2. Wineland trying to hang tough in third. Brad Lamberson's going to turn underneath of him and try to maybe slide him. No, he's going to stay down low. Wineland's going to have the run on the outside. White flag is in the air for Caden Berry. No matter what happens behind, we are going to finish this race under green. Wrapping the bottom, letting the car slide up, out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air. Caden Berry wins tonight at Cedar Lake. Joshua Pickle's going to bring home second, a fantastic run for him. Taylor Wineland's going to get credited with third. We'll get a word with those fellas here in just a minute after we take a look at the official results. We see our top 3 coming to the line. Caden Berry parking it in victory lane. Taylor Wineland stopping right beside him there on the racetrack. Going to get to take a look here at the race results. We already mentioned your top 3. 4th is going to get credited to Cole DeWeese. 5th, Brad Lamberson. 6th is going to be Dean Reynolds. 7th, Matt Grimm. 8th, Brady Beavers. 9th, Austin Motley. 10th is going to go to Nicholas Garca. 11th is going to go to Georgette Munier. 12th, Jennifer Brown. 13th is going to be Ty Williams. 14th is going to be Jake Kirby. 15th is going to be Carson Kirby. 16th is going to be Fred Hoffman. 17th is going to be Gavin Chatham. 18th is going to go to Chris Martin. 19th is going to go to Paul Heward. And 20th is going to get credited to Austin Hickman. All right, and without further ado, we're going to get a word here with our top 3, hopefully. Well, I see 2 of the 3 waiting for us. Might have to talk to him a little bit out of order here. I see our first and second place finishers waiting for us. Well, we'll get a word and talk to Joshua here.
It's like, what
Hey,
the
Joshua.
hell?
Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
All righty, man. Well, what a night for you. We saw you have to start in the B main to race your way into the A main, and you dominated the B, worked your way through the field in the A, and came home second.
Yeah, it was a tough go. There was a couple close calls there in the I don't know about Midway during the feature, but yeah, under caution, I don't know. I got hit by a couple guys trying to go to the pit and get a lap back, which kind of hindered my chances of keeping up with Caden there. But all in all, we had a good run.
Absolutely. It was fantastic to watch you drive through the field there for sure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Tim, you have anything to ask Joshua?
Yeah, you picked up 11 spots. I'm pretty sure that's our biggest mover of the feature race. You think if there was maybe one more yellow, you could have had a shot at getting the win?
Um, no. I mean, like I said, I had pretty bad front end damage from a couple guys hitting me under caution, but um, maybe if I could have got there a little sooner, I could have had it. But the track was real racy. It just seemed like the top and bottom were about the same. It was just kind of who could get the straightaway speed.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank here tonight?
Yeah, I just like to thank everyone for putting this league on. You guys for broadcasting it. Uh, Everyone over on my team. Brad tonight. He kind of had some bad luck too, but yeah, all in all, it's a good night.
Absolutely, Joshua. Thank you for talking with us here after the race, and we'll let you celebrate your second place finish.
Yep, thanks guys.
That was your second place finisher, and we do see Caden Berry is waiting on us, so we're going to get to talk to him. Hey, Caden, Tyler and Tim up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, man. What an A feature race for you. Strong and steady through the 30 laps there. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good. Didn't like the feelings of the cautions though, to restack up, and I know we got some fast people in here, but no, just stayed calm and cool and kind of just ran clean there.
Absolutely a phenomenal run, and like always, I think if this league had a most popular driver award, you'd have to win it. You have a whole, it seems like a crowd of people that cheer you on each and every week. That must feel good.
Yeah, it does for sure. I gotta thank all my supporters that come out here and watch me every week, and also in real life as well. I mean, I really appreciate it. No one really understands, I don't think. But yeah, they're honestly a big help.
Absolutely, that's what, even if it was me, that would mean the world to me as well. Tim, you have anything to ask Caden?
Yeah, rough week last week. You come out here, dominate the feature. You got some momentum. What are your thoughts on next week?
Honestly, just getting a good qualifying in, like we did tonight. Had a decent qualifying, ended up third. Kind of messed up my qualifying a little bit tonight. Kind of missed the bottom of my second lap, but it was still good, for third place, which was pretty solid. And then we started on the pole of heat three and dominated that, and started fourth in the main event, and just had to be patient and wait for the right times and to get by people, and we definitely capitalized on that and got the win here.
Absolutely. Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to give all glory to God here. Gotta thank Team Wyobi, my mom and dad. I want to thank TJ, my great grandmother Cece, my Grammy Rider, my Nana and Grampy. I'd also like to thank Granite State Blacktoppers, Keep Digging, Enos Construction, Drew's Powder Coating, ZMAX, Driven to Save Lives, Victory Fuel, Turn One Graphics, Rider Family Sawmill, John Barry's Legacy Racing, Cataclysm Computers, King Race Designs, Speed Factory, LCJ Carpentry, Singer Off Tools Australia, and gotta really thank you guys for putting it on every week. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, and we have just as much fun watching as you do driving, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
All right, Caden, congratulations on the win here tonight. We'll let you go celebrate.
Thank you.
That was your race winner, Mr. Caden Berry. Well, Tim, what a race we saw here tonight at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, racing everywhere. I each week I get more and more starstruck. I guess would be the word.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, these sprint cars are something else to watch. They're really fun. These drivers put on a good race each and every week for us here with Regal Promotions Esports. Um, Coming up on the Buckeye Racing Network, we got some nights off this week. The next broadcast for us is going to be on Sunday night. We have the League of Outlaws running their IMCA style modifieds. That'll be the next broadcast here on BRN. And of course, we'll be back next Monday night with Reigel Promotions Esports 360 Sprint Cars. Both of those races will be live right around 9 o'clock. So if you like what you see, come out and join us this coming Sunday night. For Tim Henderson, I'm Tyler Bentley. Good night.